Hi friends, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Learn English with Stories. In this story, in a kingdom filled with wonders and hidden secrets, a brave young princess named Isabella embarked on an extraordinary quest to save her family from an ancient curse. Join us on this magical journey of courage, friendship, and kindness, and discover how one pure heart can light up the darkest of times. Stay tuned for the next enchanting chapter. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, nestled between lush green hills and shimmering rivers, there lived a young princess named Isabella. Isabella was known throughout the land for her kindness, intelligence, and unyielding courage. She lived in a magnificent castle with her loving parents, King Leonard and Queen Eleanor, and her mischievous younger brother, Prince Henry. The castle was a grand structure adorned with tall, elegant towers and surrounded by vast gardens filled with vibrant flowers and ancient trees. The kingdom itself was a place of peace and prosperity, where people lived happily under the just and wise rule of King Leonard and Queen Eleanor. Princess Isabella spent her days learning about the kingdom, helping those in need, and practicing her archery skills in the royal courtyard. Despite her royal duties, Isabella always found time to play with her brother, Henry, whose playful pranks often brought laughter to the castle. The bond between Isabella and Henry was strong, filled with love and mutual respect. One sunny morning, while exploring the forest near the castle, Isabella stumbled upon a hidden grove that shimmered with a strange, otherworldly light. In the center of the grove stood an ancient oak tree, its branches stretching high into the sky, and at its base lay a mysterious, glowing amulet. Unbeknownst to Isabella, this amulet held the power to alter the fate of the kingdom, setting in motion a series of events that would test her bravery and wisdom like never before. One bright and sunny morning, as the birds chirped merrily and the flowers bloomed in vibrant colors, a dark cloud of worry spread across the kingdom. An ancient curse had awakened, threatening to plunge the entire land into eternal darkness, unless a pure-hearted soul could break it. The curse had been foretold by the kingdom's wise old sage, who revealed that only someone with immense bravery and kindness could save the kingdom. The curse had long been a topic of hushed whispers and old legends passed down through generations, and many believed it to be nothing more than a myth. However, the recent strange occurrences left no doubt that the curse was real. The kingdom, once a place of joy and prosperity, was now shrouded in an ominous gloom. The skies, once bright and clear, became overcast with swirling dark clouds that seemed to reflect the growing anxiety of the people. The rivers, usually sparkling with life, grew murky and slow, as if the curse sapped the vitality from the land itself. Farmers reported their crops withering overnight, and livestock fell ill without any apparent cause. In the villages, people whispered about shadows that moved on their own, and a chilling cold that crept into their homes, even on the warmest days. The once bustling marketplace fell silent, as fear took hold, and the joyous laughter of children was replaced by the uneasy murmur of worried conversations. The sage, a venerable figure with deep-set eyes that had seen many lifetimes, gathered the kingdom's leaders in the royal hall to reveal the dire prophecy. Only a soul pure of heart and steadfast in courage can break this ancient curse, he intoned, his voice echoing through the silent chamber. The fate of the entire kingdom now hinged on finding such a soul, and the weight of this realization settled heavily upon the hearts of all who heard it. Princess Isabella, determined to protect her family and her beloved kingdom, stepped forward with unwavering resolve. "I will go on this quest," she declared, her voice steady and resolute, echoing through the grand hall filled with anxious courtiers and advisers. King Leonard and Queen Eleanor exchanged worried glances, their hearts heavy with concern for their brave daughter. They knew the perils that lay ahead, but also recognized the unbreakable spirit within Isabella. After a moment of silence, they gave her their blessings and presented her with a magical amulet that had been passed down through generations. The amulet, an heirloom of immense power and significance, was said to be crafted by the kingdom's greatest sorcerer from a rare, luminous gemstone. It glowed with a soft, ethereal light, symbolizing hope and protection. The amulet was not just a talisman, but a source of guidance and strength, imbued with ancient spells that could ward off evil and illuminate the path to truth. As Isabella held it, she felt a surge of warmth and confidence, as if the spirits of her ancestors were with her. The king and queen explained the amulet's powers and its history, telling tales of past heroes who had worn it on their own quest for justice and peace. They emphasized that the amulet would help her find her way through the darkest of times and protect her from harm. Isabella's younger brother, Prince Henry, looked up at her with a mix of admiration and fear. "Be careful, sister," he said, his voice trembling slightly. Isabella knelt down and hugged him tightly, promising to return and restore light to their kingdom. As she prepared for her journey, the entire castle gathered to see her off, their faces a mixture of hope and apprehension. Isabella mounted her trusty steed, Luna, a majestic white horse with a mane that gleamed like moonlight. The crowd watched in silence as she rode through the castle gates, her figure gradually disappearing into the horizon. The weight of her mission pressed heavily on her shoulders, but the support and love of her family and people fortified her resolve. With the magical amulet around her neck and determination in her heart, Isabella set forth into the unknown, ready to face any challenge that lay ahead in her quest to save her kingdom. Isabella set off on her adventure, venturing into the Enchanted Forest, a place filled with mystical creatures and hidden dangers. The forest, with its towering trees and thick underbrush, was both beautiful and intimidating. Sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor, and the air was filled with the sounds of rustling leaves and distant, mysterious calls of unseen animals. As she journeyed deeper into the forest, she encountered a wise old owl named Oliver, perched high on an ancient tree. Oliver was no ordinary owl. His feathers shimmered with a golden hue, and his eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. Legend spoke of Oliver as the guardian of the forest's secrets, a creature of immense knowledge and power. "Wise Oliver," Isabella called out, her voice echoing through the stillness, "I seek your guidance to save my family and kingdom from an ancient curse." The owl, impressed by Isabella's courage and pure heart, swooped down gracefully and landed on a low branch before her. "You are brave, young princess," he said, his voice deep and resonant. "Few dare to enter these woods, and fewer still have the courage to seek the truth." Oliver listened intently as Isabella explained her quest and the dire situation of her kingdom. He could see the determination in her eyes and knew she was the one destined to break the curse. The owl agreed to help, knowing that her success was crucial not only for the kingdom, but also for the balance of the forest itself. He gifted her a magical map that revealed the path to the heart of the enchanted forest, where the source of the curse lay. The map was enchanted, its lines and symbols glowing faintly and shifting as if alive. It showed not just the physical path, but also the hidden dangers and puzzles she would encounter along the way. "This map will guide you," Oliver explained. "But remember, it is your heart and mind that will lead you to victory. Trust in yourself and the wisdom of those who came before you." Isabella thanked Oliver, feeling a renewed sense of purpose and confidence. As she took the map, she felt its magic resonate with the amulet around her neck, creating a bond between the two powerful artifacts. With Oliver's guidance and the magical map in hand, Isabella continued her journey deeper into the enchanted forest, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The forest seemed to pulse with a new energy, as if recognizing the princess and her noble quest. She knew the path would not be easy, but with each step, she felt more prepared to confront the ancient curse and save her kingdom from darkness. With the map in hand, Isabella continued her journey deeper into the enchanted forest, where the air was thick with enchantment, and the trees whispered secrets of old. As she followed the glowing path outlined on the map, she faced many challenges along the way that tested her resolve and resourcefulness. The forest was a place of both beauty and danger, with winding trails leading to hidden glades and dark, shadowy corners where ominous creatures lurked. As she traversed the thick underbrush, she stumbled upon a clearing where the sunlight danced playfully on a vibrant patch of wildflowers. Here she encountered a mischievous sprite named Sparkle, who loved to play tricks on travelers and was known for causing confusion among those who wandered too close to her domain. Sparkle was a small, radiant creature with shimmering wings that sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight. She flitted around Isabella, giggling and casting illusions that made the landscape shift and change, creating mirages that led travelers astray. "Why so serious, princess?" Sparkle teased, her voice like a tinkling bell. "A little laughter and fun would do you good." At first, Isabella felt frustrated by Sparkle's antics, as they caused her to lose her way and made navigating the forest even more challenging. However, instead of responding with anger or annoyance, Isabella took a deep breath and remembered her mission. She decided to approach the sprite with kindness and an open heart, understanding that Sparkle was simply looking for a friend. "I appreciate your sense of fun, Sparkle, but I have a quest to save my kingdom from an ancient curse. Perhaps we can help each other." This unexpected sincerity caught the sprite off guard. Sparkle paused, her mischievous grin softening as she saw the genuine determination in Isabella's eyes. "You're different from the others," Sparkle exclaimed. Intrigued by the princess's kindness, Isabella's honesty and willingness to see beyond the tricks earned Sparkle's respect. "All right, I'll join you," the sprite declared, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "With my magic and your courage, we'll be unstoppable." The sprite's magical abilities would prove invaluable, allowing them to navigate tricky terrain and outsmart any threats that arose. From that moment on, the duo became inseparable companions, their bond growing stronger as they traveled together. As they ventured further into the forest, Sparkle's playful spirit lifted Isabella's mood, filling their journey with laughter and light. Together, they faced whatever challenges awaited them, knowing that their friendship and combined strengths would help them confront the darkness threatening their kingdom. Together, they reached the river of reflection, a river that could show one's true self. Isabella gazed into the river and saw her reflection surrounded by a radiant light, a symbol of her pure heart. As they crossed the river, Sparkle's mischievous nature helped them find a hidden bridge that appeared only when one laughed heartily. Isabella and Sparkle laughed together, and the bridge appeared, allowing them to cross safely. Their next challenge was the Mountain of Echoes, a formidable peak where every sound was amplified 100-fold, creating a cacophony that could drive the most steadfast traveler to madness. The mountain's sheer cliffs and jagged rocks made climbing treacherous, and the constant, amplified echoes added to the disorienting danger. Tales told of brave souls who had attempted the ascent, only to be turned back by the deafening noise and the fierce guardian of the mountain, a dragon named Drakon. Drakon was a creature of immense power and fearsome appearance, his scales glinting like molten metal, and his eyes burning with an ancient fire. His roar, magnified by the mountain, could be heard for miles, striking terror into the hearts of those who dared to approach. As Isabella and Sparkle neared the mountain, they prepared themselves for the challenges ahead. Isabella consulted the magical map, which highlighted a narrow path leading to Dracon's lair. Many had tried to defeat Draken with force, but Isabella, with her wisdom and kind heart, chose a different approach. She believed there was more to Drakon than the terrifying legend suggested. Upon reaching the dragon's cave, she stood firm despite the deafening roars echoing around her. "Drakon, I seek not to harm you, but to understand you," Isabella called out, her voice clear and compassionate, carrying through the chaotic noise. Drakon, surprised by her calm and respectful demeanor, paused his menacing display. He listened as Isabella spoke, learning that he was not truly evil, but cursed to guard the mountain. The dragon's story was one of sorrow. He had been enchanted by a vengeful sorcerer long ago, forced to protect the Mountain of Echoes for eternity. Drakon longed for freedom, but had resigned himself to his fate, believing there was no escape from the curse. Isabella, moved by his plight, decided to help him. She reached for her magical amulet, which glowed brightly in her hands. With Sparkle's assistance, she invoked the amulet's power, chanting an ancient incantation that resonated with the magic of the forest. The amulet's light intensified, enveloping Drakon in a radiant aura that shattered the sorcerer's curse. As the light faded, Drakon's form transformed, his fierce features softening, and a sense of peace washed over him. For the first time in centuries, Drakon felt relief and gratitude. "Thank you, Princess Isabella," he rumbled, his voice now gentle and free of the curse's malevolence. In gratitude, Drakon offered her a ride over the treacherous peaks of the Mountain of Echoes. Isabella and Sparkle climbed onto Drakon's back, and with a mighty flap of his wings, they soared into the sky. The journey over the mountain was swift and exhilarating. The once terrifying echoes, now a symphony of harmonious sounds. From high above, the view of the forest and the kingdom beyond was breathtaking, a reminder of what Isabella was fighting to save. With Drakon as their ally, they crossed the mountain safely, ready to face the next leg of their quest with renewed determination and an ever-growing sense of hope. Finally, they reached the Cave of Shadows, the source of the ancient curse. Inside the cave, they found a dark sorceress named Morgana, who had cast the curse out of jealousy and loneliness. Morgana had been banished from the kingdom long ago and had since harbored a grudge against the royal family. Isabella approached Morgana with compassion and understanding, offering her friendship instead of fighting. Touched by Isabella's kindness, Morgana's heart softened. She lifted the curse and vowed to use her magic for good from that day forward. The kingdom was saved, and the land was once again filled with light and happiness. Isabella returned home to a joyous celebration, her bravery and kindness having brought peace to her family and kingdom. King Leonard and Queen Eleanor embraced their daughter, their hearts swelling with pride and relief. They were not only proud of Isabella's bravery, but also of the strong, compassionate woman she had become. Isabella's courage had not only saved the kingdom, but had also showcased the power of empathy and understanding. The news of her incredible journey spread quickly throughout the land, reaching every corner of the kingdom. People from all walks of life gathered to celebrate the heroic princess who had risked everything to lift the ancient curse. The streets were filled with joyous celebrations, music, and dancing, as the kingdom rejoiced in their newfound freedom. Isabella's story became a beacon of hope and inspiration. Songs were written about her bravery, and children listened wide-eyed as their parents recounted the tale of how Princess Isabella had faced down a dragon, befriended a mischievous sprite, and brought light back to the land. The story emphasized the importance of kindness, bravery, and compassion, teaching everyone that true strength lies not in physical power, but in the goodness of one's heart. Isabella herself became a beloved figure, not just because of her royal status, but because of the genuine love and respect she showed to all her subjects. She continued to work alongside Morgana, who was now a trusted advisor and friend, using her magic to help the kingdom prosper. The once dark sorceress found redemption in her new role, and her transformation became another part of the kingdom's cherished lore. In recognition of her extraordinary deeds, a grand festival was held in Isabella's honor. The kingdom decorated the castle with flowers and banners, and a statue was erected in the town square, depicting Isabella with her magical amulet and the dragon Draken by her side. The festival became an annual tradition, a day of unity and joy where people came together to celebrate the virtues that Princess Isabella embodied. King Leonard and Queen Eleanor, seeing the profound impact of their daughter's actions, decided to share the story beyond their borders. Envoys were sent to neighboring kingdoms, spreading the tale far and wide. As a result, Isabella's legacy of compassion and bravery began to influence other realms, encouraging rulers and subjects alike to embrace these values in their own lives. The kingdom, forever grateful to their beloved Princess Isabella, flourished under her wise and kind leadership. Her story was passed down through generations, a timeless lesson that a pure heart could overcome the darkest of curses. And so, the kingdom lived happily ever after, not just because the curse was lifted, but because the spirit of kindness and bravery that Isabella exemplified became the guiding light for all. In every home and hearth, the story of Princess Isabella was told, reminding everyone that, no matter how dark the times, there is always a light that can lead the way to a brighter future. The moral of the story is that true strength lies in kindness and compassion. By understanding and helping others, even those who may seem like our enemies, we can overcome any challenge and bring light into the darkest of places. If you enjoyed Princess Isabella's adventure and want to hear more magical stories, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, learn English with stories, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Share this story with your friends and family, and let's spread the magic together. Thanks for watching. Remember, learning English can be fun and full of surprises. See you next time.